This fully electric dirt bike from NIU, called the XQI3 Wild, is the most powerful electric vehicle I've tried. It really is wild. Oh yeah, this is a whole new animal, but I love it. After just a few minutes, I knew I was hooked. So I'm looking at the trail, I'm looking up ahead, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna make it up that. And then this thing hits that spot and it just easily goes. Hold that front tire down. For me as a rookie dirt bike rider, I'm liking this so far. Okay, so this won the Red Dot Award for design in 2024. And I don't know about you guys, but I think this looks pretty dang cool. But this is much more than just a lot of power and a nice looking bike. First, it's NFC capable. It makes a fun little noise that tells you that it's on. Red indicates park mode, plus you have a P there. To take it out of park mode, you gotta put the kickstand up. And then hit the brake lever and push the green button. That light turns green, and in eco mode, the screen turns green. And green means go. And then if I put down the kickstand, makes a noise and goes into park mode. In park mode, there's no power to the throttle, which is a nice safety feature. And you can't turn that feature off in the app. That's the first way to turn the bike on. The other way is through the app. Okay, as I got close, the blue light comes on, which means the bike's in standby mode. And then just push this for 3 seconds. And we're on. Bluetooth connectivity. And then when you leave, it locks automatically. I like that feature because if you ever lose the card, you can still ride the bike. Or you can take these extra ones and program them through the app. So what this all means is that your bike is gonna be protected if somebody tries to grab it. All right, so now let's talk about power, and how much power you get depends on a few things. First, they actually make 2 versions of this, a road version and a wild or off-road version. And both have the same size motor, which is 3,500 watts, but they've done some things to deliver that power faster and stronger with the wild. Now, before I tell you what those are, this bike has 2 modes. Eco for green, red for sport. When I put it on eco, I topped out at 37 miles per hour. When I flipped the switch to sport mode, I then hit 46 miles per hour. Now, if you hit this trigger, the bike goes into Ultra Boost mode. And in that mode, the motor delivers 36% more power. It says Ultra Boost, and it gives a countdown. But that power is limited and lasts about 15 seconds. And there's 2 timer bars. The first one is white, the second one is red, indicating that the time is almost up and your joy will soon end. Now, this mode only works in sport mode. And when I turned it on and ran that speed test again, I could still only hit 46 miles per hour, which I was a little bit bummed because they say this can go up to 51 miles per hour. But apparently not for a guy that weighs 180 pounds like I do. Now, I noticed that when I was going slower and I hit that Ultra Boost mode, that's when I could really feel that power increase. All right, so the next thing that they did to increase the power with the Wild version is in the app. There is a little feature called Wild Mode. Makes sense. And when you turn it on, it affects eco and sport mode. My wife demonstrated the power in eco mode. Oh, go. Oh, and of course, sport mode. Oh, yeah. They don't call it wild for nothing. All right, so I want to take a break from the power side of things and talk about the tech side of things and all the lights this has. They've set this up to be street legal. It's got low and high beams, turn signals. It's got a very bright tail light, especially when you hit the brake levers. And then there's a light for your license plate. You do have to register this, and they give you all the paperwork to do that. Now, there is a bonus light, and you'll need to remove the battery in order to plug it in. There's these 2 wires. Connect those. Oh yeah, now we got the side panel lights, which are not road approved, which is why they don't connect them. But I would suggest doing it because those look pretty awesome. Now, removing the battery isn't too bad. The button I just pressed unlocks it, and then there's just a few more steps until you can pull it out. So hey, charge it. You have to take this out. Whew. That's almost a 40-pound battery. That thing is heavy. One thing I didn't like is the recharge part of this whole thing. There's no easy access ports. You gotta take the seat off, unbuckle a few things, unplug the battery from the bike, and then you can plug it in. But it does charge pretty fast, only takes 3 to 4 hours. And that's impressive when you consider the battery size is a 72 volt, 32 amp hour. And when fully charged, NIU says that this can take you up to 55 miles. All right, so now let's talk about the tech side of things. And first off, this connects to your phone. So when you get a call, you can see it pop up on the screen. There it is, call's coming through. You hit this button right here. And there's no speaker on the bike as far as I could tell. So the button I press just connects it to your phone. This is the kill switch. When this is out, it goes into park mode and it will start beeping at you to try to turn it on. The reason for that is to wrap it around your wrist, so in case you did crash and you fall off the bike, it detaches and will turn the bike off. If you lose that, there's a second one under the saddle. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm an e-bike guy. I've been reviewing e-bikes for about 5 years. And so this is new territory for me. And the biggest difference that I was experiencing, other than the power, is the weight. This bike weighs 167 pounds. Most e-bikes are 100 pounds less. The second thing was how high I was off the ground. Most e-bikes have about 7-8 inches of clearance. This thing has like 1.5 feet. So that affected my balance and stability. Just being up there higher, got a higher center of gravity, and just wasn't used to it. The good thing is that it's a very short learning curve. At first I was a little bit nervous, going 15 miles per hour, but 10 minutes down the road, I was going a lot faster than that.
It has just occurred to me that I may be out of my skill level. Come on now. I'm finding out that it's rocks like this that are my nemesis. Look at this crap. Look at that. I don't know how you dirt bikers can just rip up hills when the hills are covered with this loose rock like this, but you can, and I will learn how to do that too. I've been looking for a vehicle to get me up to places like this, and e-bikes just were not cutting it for me. So again, this is why I'm doing this, and I'm loving it because this is awesome. Now, one thing that I love about this is the suspension. In the front fork, you got rebounds and you got preload. I've opened those both up. And then here in the rear, you got compression. With everything open, you sit on this thing and it's just, it is cushy, which has actually been really fun hitting some of these bigger rocks because my mind's just not there to where I think it's going to be as comfortable as it is. And it's exceeding my expectations. Like, the suspension on this is fantastic. Let me tighten this up. And now when I hop on it, oh, it is night and day difference. You can really stiffen that up. So if you want to use this for a commuter and you want more stability to go faster, just tighten up that suspension and you should be good to go. I would also switch out those tires. You don't need those knobby tires on the road. Check out the size of rock that got caught in my tire. Gives you an idea of how knobby those things are. Look at that. All right, so it's time to talk about acceleration. Now, news says that you can hit 46.6 miles per hour in 2 seconds. Now, if you think I'm gonna full throttle this on sport mode, you crazy. If you're one of those that can handle the power, this thing has got plenty of it. It is hard to keep that front wheel down when you go full throttle.
It's time for the last test, and that is to find out how steep of a hill this can climb.
This hill I'm about to climb is so steep from the top of it that I can't see all the way down. Rookie rider on an expert hill. What could go wrong?
The first attempt didn't go too well.
It's hard to tame. Oh, jeez. Come on now.
But I refused to be defeated, so I turned around and tried it again.
Yeah. Here we go. Hold that first tire down. Heck yeah, that's a steep hill. And especially when you got stuff like this and that and all of that, and a lot more of it down there. Anyways, this thing has got some just tremendous power. All right, guys, that's a jump right there. I'm feeling pretty confident, so I'm gonna see if I can hit 10 feet. Here we go.
Sorry guys, my camera wasn't working for this part, but just know with 100% certainty, I hit that jump and I hit it good. And by that, I mean, I just slowly went over it. Okay, so the last few things I gotta tell you are these. In the app, you can turn the bike on and off. You can also unlock the seat. You can turn the alarm off and then change the movement sensitivity. On the left side of the handlebars, there's a lap button. So if you wanna compete with your friends, go to a course and see who can make it around there the fastest. That's how you do it. There's a horn, mirrors, it's got cool grips. There's a micro USB port to charge your phone. And then back in the app, you can check out all the error codes. So if one pops up, you just find out what's going on right there. You can email customer service. And if you want to test drive this, there's a bunch of locations throughout the US. Now the Wild costs $4,000 and new offers financing up to $74 a month. And this comes in 4 colors. All right, so what really blew me away with this bike is how fast you can go in terrain like this. I'll tell you what, I'm excited to get more experience on this bike, to see more places like this. I mean, because who wants to go to those places hiking? Ugh. Unless they have electric shoes. I'll have to look into that. If you want to check it out, I've got the link in the description, and that's it. So thanks for watching and have a good day.